Hello, I'm Geri Eddins, Chairperson of Citizens for Milford. With me is fellow member of Citizens for Milford, Jose Costa, and also a member of the Board of Assessors, Steven Borges. In this segment of our pre-election information series, we'll be talking with Steven about the role and responsibilities, what's involved in serving on the Board of Assessors. So, Steven, could you please start off by giving us an overview of what the primary responsibilities are in serving on this board?
Yeah, thank you, Geri. Yeah, I'd be happy to. So, I guess, I mean, the most important thing as on the Board of Assessors would be really, I guess, to put it simply, is to make sure that our tax bills go out in a timely manner, both real and personal property. And so, our job is basically, we're entrusted to make sure that there's fair and equitable property taxation on all of our property here in town. And, that's really regulated by the DOR, Department of Revenue, and the Mass General laws. So we're just really implementing that. So, yeah, that's pretty important considering that's where our town really raises most of our money for our budget, to be able to fund our schools, highway department, all that sort of thing. So, so generally, yeah, that's what we're doing is kind of basically just implementing those laws and guidelines.
Good. Thank you, Steven, for that. How often does the Board of Assessors meet?
So yeah, I remember, so really, I guess it's seasonal, so it can vary. We try, yeah, I would say, I guess once a month or more, depending on the year. Like right now, we're in a reevaluation year, which we do every 5 years. It's the first time I've gone through it, and you meet a little bit more often, and towards the end of the year, you meet a little bit more often. So minimally once a month, usually, or more.
Okay. So in addition to those meetings, what is, like the average weekly time commitment? Are you doing other assessments outside of the board meetings, for example?
We are, yeah. So the meetings themselves can also vary depending on what the meeting is about. 1-2 hours or so. But yeah, there's ongoing professional development, continuing education that we do. Even at the beginning, we're certified. Once you become a member, you have a period of time to complete a course provided by the DOR, and that's 12-15 hour course. But outside of that, I mean, even today, I just got an email from the Department of Local Services. It's part of the Department of Revenue, with updated, it's like a newsletter that we read. And so there's that, there's the continuing education, and then the meetings. So it can vary, but yeah, there's with this one, there's a steep learning curve at the beginning. There's a lot to learn. So at the beginning, I certainly spent a lot more time trying to just understand and learn everything.
Right.
Good, thank you. How long is the term of a Board of Assessors member?
3 years.
Okay. And Steven, have you found serving on the Board of Assessors to be a rewarding experience?
I have. Yeah, I mean, outside of being, a town meeting member, this is really the first time I've done anything, volunteering my time within the town. So, I always tell my kids, whenever you can volunteer your time and, give back in any way, to do so. And I was able to have the ability to do this. And yeah, it's definitely rewarding. Being involved in, I enjoy learning new things, and I've certainly learned a lot. So that's been rewarding. But even, when fellow members of the community come in for, especially like a tax abatements, or wherever we're helping, whether it's veterans or the people with disabilities, they come in and they can have a little bit of relief. You know, we get to sign off on that because, you know, they meet all the requirements. That part's really, you know, rewarding for me. So,
Yeah, it sounds like it. That's a really good message. Thank you so
yeah,
much for taking the time to share this information with us.
yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to help.